Deixa aqui.
O que está comendo? O que você comeu, mãe? O que você comeu? O que você comeu, minha avó?
Não nada, não.
Onde você foi?
Foi com salão?
Você foi na casa de Zé.
Não.
Você parou, né?
Não, se eu tivesse ido, eu tinha que levar.
Oi?
Se eu tivesse ido, eu tinha levar.
Que levar? É levar o quê? Para, mãe.
Vai pra cama.
Olha, gostou. Deixa eu mostrar meu pai, mãe.
Ok, Manuel.
Oi? Oi?
Açaí? Açaí? Você tá gripado, você não pode não. Se você sarar, nós compramos açaí pra você, tá? Tá gripado. Cleusa chegou com ele aqui. Segurando ele pro braço, que ele tá sentindo dor. Não sei, pergunta a Cleusa lá, vai lá e pergunta.
Ô, pai, sabe só? Eu tô doente aqui, pai. Eu tô doente aqui, é?
Também?
Eu dormi o sono aqui, velho. Não tô aguentando não. É, mano, eu vou dormir o sono. Manuel, tudo bem, Manuel?
Oi?
Tudo bem?
Ó, mãe, ó. Ó. Ó o que o Zé faz. Põe no cavalinho, põe no cavalinho, ó.
Pai,
Põe no cavalinho.
sua mãe é otária, Manuel.
Ó, tá. Seu pai é idiota, Manuel. Manuel.
Eu gosto de casal.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There's been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
He's had some wow moments along the way.
Yeah.
Shapes to shoot! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And Bebeto! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Lovely ball and a real chance now. Pass somewhat off target. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Roberto Carlos. Chouameni. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Cruzeiro have reclaimed it. Shevchenko. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Cruzeiro clear.
And the finish! He has done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Cruzeiro are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Seedorf. Now he's got space here. He's cut it out. Jordan Henderson. Now it's Bebeto. Jordan Henderson. That has not gone well. Searching pass he's played there. Jordan Henderson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Roberto Carlos. And the pass is intercepted. Seedorf. Nice looking ball. Not the most accurate pass. Now, can they get him away? Vieira tries to pass it through. Ronaldinho. Now it's Platini. Some resolute defending there. Now it's Platini. Now it's Van Basten. Seedorf. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's having a shot! Really well taken goal. Back within one. They have them in their sights again. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he skips past his man. Ambitious ball here. Vieira. Passes short and sharp. Van Basten. Big chance! Off the post. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And this is Shevchenko. Seedorf. 5 minutes till the break. That is ended up in no man's land. Probing pass. That's good vision. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Ronaldinho. That is good alertness. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Baresi. Platini. Aims beyond the defence. Has a look up and drives it forward. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Looking to play him in. He can get that clear. There's the whistle for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. That gets things going for the second half. Now it's Van Basten. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Bebeto, who's set up one goal so far. Nicely worked. Seedorf cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Now it's Bebeto. Ronaldinho engages and forces him off the ball. Looking for options for movement. And Adams. Vasco da Gama needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Chouameni. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Shevchenko is onto this. Almost an hour gone. It's a pretty loose pass, and he's intervened well there. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now that looks a decent ball. Spread it left. And this is Bebeto.
Vasco da Gama really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That's a cute ball. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here. Ronaldinho. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Lobbed in behind. Roberto Carlos going full tilt down the left. It's an inviting looking ball that. No, that's been intercepted. Knocks it into space. Ronaldinho. Can he get it through? He's going to be disappointed with that. Jordan Henderson threads one in. Yeah. Jordan Henderson goes looking wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Platini. Now it's Shevchenko. That's an imaginative pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He's had it taken off him. Roberto Carlos. Platini. Now who's going to be first to this? That's good play. That pass isn't the best. Look at the space here.
Cruzeiro really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Mbappe. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe,
Oh no, this does not look good.
pretty robust defending.
Now it's Bebeto. Now it's Mbappe. Decent chance! And yes, it's there! They have stolen level at the last. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Substituição no time do Vasco da Gama. Camisa 3.
And there goes the final whistle.
A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
So off we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither...
Tries from distance. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
And the through ball. Looking for options for movement. Conte. Great vision. And Torres! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's quick to get it clear again. Busquets. Oh, easy pickings there.
Danielson gets flagged offside.
He's a sharp little ball here. And they're back on the ball again. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. It's a threatening ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Goes for goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for a runner. And he was quick to react. Cruzeiro yet to have an attempt on goal.
Romario. Now it's Busquets. Now what about this cross? Pirlo. Out to the left it goes. Can he spark a counter here?
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And here's Torres. Torres! Off the post. Pedri goes sliding in. Can he get it? And the finish! Busquets. Now it's Aubameyang. Pinches it off him. Ribéry. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Aubameyang. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Vieira. That's good vision. Bayer gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Conte.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
That has ended up in no man's land. Well, nicely intercepted. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's there to make the challenge. Defending of the desperate variety. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And that's gone loose. Baresi cuts out the pass. Busquets. Threads one in. Now it's Ribéry. Pass somewhat off target. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And this is from Mario. Back towards the middle. Passing is crisp and sharp. Busquets. Vieira. Now it's Aubameyang. No, that's been intercepted. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van de Ven. For Bale. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Torres. Rivaldo with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And it's Bale. In with the challenge. And there's the end of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So off we go once more.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Bale. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Rijkaard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Pirlo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
No, it's come to nothing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there. Cruzeiro clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Searching pass he's played there. And that pass just didn't quite work. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And O'Brien! And it's in! The breakthrough arrives at last!
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 14, camisa 20, camisa 8. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 9, camisa 97, camisa 33.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Cruzeiro are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
That's an imaginative pass. Looking to play him in. Nicely weighted ball. No way through, so back it comes. Mbappe is flagged offside.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Cannavaro. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Rivaldo. Now, can they get him away? That ball looks a good one.
He rises!
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Cannavaro gets it clear. Ribery. Now that looks a decent ball. Romario showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Conte. Just about up to 75 minutes. Caceres makes the interception. And they're quick to get it back. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Cruzeiro surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Romario is onto it in a flash and claimed it back swiftly. Serginho goes steaming forward. He's in a good position here. aimed beyond the defence. Pirlo. Vieira puts his foot on the gas. Yeah, no joy this time. Caceres, not the most convincing of passes. Yeah, that pass isn't the best. Saint-Maximin. That's a little off target. Well, that's beautifully weighted. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Saint-Maximin gets into a good position. Turns and goes back. And here's Mbappe. Shot could be on.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And reclaimed it in a trice.
Fortaleza really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Pirlo. Ambitious ball here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Vieira. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here.
I think it goes without saying, Peter, that Michel Platini will be standout here.
Yeah, a man, of course, who's been idolised by so many, but bettered by almost no man.
Yeah, maybe other players can do it on their day, Peter, but with this fella, he could do it repeatedly. He did it over and over again. It's because he had a wonderful understanding of the game and an incredible ability to read things before everyone else.
He did it all with style and pizzazz, and that is the signature of the great man himself. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Platini. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a shade optimistic. Cannavaro. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. And it's Rijkaard. Albert Ferrer. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Ball played for Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Shevchenko. Is on his own. Oh, that's ambitious. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Roberto Carlos. First quarter of an hour gone. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Out of play for a throw. It's a promising position. Hazard going face to face. It's Hazard! Well, that is rather wayward.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
And he cuts out the supply. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Neymar!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now, this could be a chance. Goes for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has been cut short. Hazard. Vitinha is always looking to break lines. Now it's Hazard. It's gone for a throw-in. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Rijkaard. Rijkaard powering forward here. He's gone for goal! Oh, it's come off the upright. Platini. Vieira.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Threads one in. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Vitinha looking for the run. Well timed, excellent interception. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Platini. No, that's been intercepted. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Bernardo Silva. Vitinha. Vitinha will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Sends it crossfield. He rises! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's Van Basten! It's in!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And he thumps it clear.
Can he get it through? Conte. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Van Basten. That's an imaginative pass. Cannavaro. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Reflections on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Cruzeiro are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for.
Teremos uma substituição.
So off we go once more.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And the counter is on. Platini. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Hazard. He's found a way through. And it's Vitinha. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Vitinha! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. That's really well cleared. That's the throw. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Out for a throw. Oh, terrible pass. And he's managed to get free. Danger averted for now. Roberto Carlos. Conte. Van Basten looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, easy pickings there. It's a threatening ball. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Over to the left. Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's got two. He's got a goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Substituição.
Flamengo are making a change now. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Flamengo ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Busquets could move up a gear here. Great ball if he can get there. It's Van Basten! In for the pieces! And it's there! And they are cruising away.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
And yes, it's him again.
A case now of complete control.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And the shot!
Fernando Torres. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Shevchenko.
Applies the finish!
And the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Shifted it to the flank, and he plays one through.
Oh, what a climb!
That was quite a test for the goalkeeper. And they win it back again. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Cruzeiro are closing in on a comfortable win. It's just beyond his reach. And it's Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos wins the duel this time. And here's Lewandowski. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Van Basten. Hazard in acres of space out wide. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Vitinha. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Picked out brilliantly. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Vieira. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that will be the final act. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Shevchenko taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Now here, Jim, is a truly unique player, Sergio Busquets, a player whose greatness really isn't measurable by numbers.
One of those players who keeps it simple and gets the ball to do all the work for him.
And exerts a massive influence on every match he plays.
Exactly that. I mean, he's the pivot, the one his team hinges around.
Oh, good take in a good area. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ronaldinho. Oh, there's a probing ball. Ronaldinho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Mbappe. Flamengo have got it back, and they'll have another go. And it's Michel Platini. And this is Shevchenko. The assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Makaleli. Foot in. Tries to play it through. Lovely, now then. Great chance! Beckenbauer tries to clear. Serginho. Alexander-Arnold. Ronaldinho is onto it in a flash. Oh, super find. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking. Oh, what a crossbar comes to the rescue. Crescer looking to go forward now. That's a delicate pass. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Looking tidy in possession here. And the finish! Goal! Flamengo! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
credit left.
Cruzeiro are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Played out to the right. That's very neat. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Isco is always looking to break lines. Nicely aimed pass. Roberto Carlos. It's played through for him. Now it's Shevchenko. Tries to pass it through. Look, a decent chance! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
"30 minutes gone. Roberto Carlos. And it's Messi. Very nicely done. Looking for the run. Messi. And he lines up, and up he goes! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Isco.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Isco. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That has been slung wide. Great vision. And it's made its way to him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Van Basten. Well read, nice interception.
Cruzeiro truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. This looks promising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Serginho. Messi. To Isco. Alexander-Arnold. Sends it crossfield. Baresi gets across to intercept that.
Flamengo couldn't really be more...
And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
That gets things going for the second half.
Cruzeiro really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. Flamengo have their second corner now. And he's gone backward here. He's found some space. And this is Ronaldinho. Platini. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Serginho. It's run loose here. Busquets does well to get it back. That's good running with the ball. Oh, this looks sharp. Picks out Britain. Shevchenko! They've done it! Cruzeiro are back on level terms. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Crescer grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
So much time and space here. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Busquets. It's a pretty loose pass.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Now, can they get him away? Isco, that's a good ball out wide. Can he get it through? Backward it goes. Roberto Carlos deals with that comfortably. And the counter is on. Platini. Distributed tidily. And here's Van Basten. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Can he get on the end of this? And he's lost his man here. Oh, he's got a big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substituição em andamento.
So, third quarter of the game. That's travelling a long way. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's decided to go for it. Decent enough try.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Makaleli, very much a man of this moment. Alexander-Arnold. It's Van der Vaart. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's got plenty of space out wide here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He has found the way through. And he gets rid in a hurry. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And here's Platini.
Crescer really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. Schneider. And he's picked it up out wide, and he's been shifted off it. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Makaleli. And it's Dybala. That's going right the way across. Now it's Neymar.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Van Basten. Shevchenko. Dybala. Driving on and making good progress.
Foram indicados
2
2
minutes to
minutos
be
de
added on.
acréscimo.
Knocks it into space. Looking to play him in. Lovely part. Here's Rafael Leao. Can he finish? Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it!
Substituição
And
no
that
time do
really is
Cruzeiro.
so
Camisa
impressive.
12.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and it.
And that is that. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. But as you can see, we've already started here. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I feel like bowing here because it's him. He's simply the greatest of them all, the inspiration for so many top-class defenders.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Cruzeiro clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now the breakaway. That is ended up in no man's land. Ball's gone out of play. Vieira. Messi. And here's Aubameyang. Turan. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Kukçu. And he cuts out the supply. Threads one in. Now it's Hullet. Oh, well played. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Jordi Alba. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Jordi Alba. And it's Jordi Alba. He's being urged to shoot. Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Real chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Aubameyang deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Neatly clipped into space. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Platini showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball. It's a mighty effort! Goal! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Salve, Hugo! Salve, Hugo! Hugo, play! Toma away aqui, Huguinho.
On a strong run down the right.
Olha o Fabinho.
Bellingham.
Agora tá.
He's beaten the keeper.
Não, mas eu vou...
É o celular que
Eu desligo o microfone na hora que alguém começa lá e responde.
Oh, that's a Bellingham! The keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Good read, needed to be. Baresi gets it away. Cruzeiro have the chance to go the other way. Some resolute defending there. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball. Pele. Jordi Alba. Pele. And they've been given a corner. Corner number 2 then. Oh, that was vital. He's had a shot! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Kukçu. Cruzeiro finding their passes. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Jordi Alba has created one goal already. Tries to pass it through. Gabriel deals with that comfortably. Vieira. Kukcu. For Messi. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself to...
Shapes to shoot! He scored! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And here's Aubameyang.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Baresi cuts it out. Great vision. That's been slipped through. Tele, and he shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out! That's really well manoeuvred. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And it's Bellingham. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Messi. Oh, truly brave defending.
Some inspired work that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
And the finish! Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Tele, and here's the chance to counter. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Tries a shot!
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Busquets. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He is through here!
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Nicely weighted ball. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, they've got it again. Cruyff. Can he get on the end of this? Nicely worked. And he's in on goal! Oh, this looks sharp.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pull it. He's in plenty of space here. He's found a way through. Nice control. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. Bellingham. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Jordi Alba, looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. Jordi Alba delivers. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. That pass isn't the best.
Crescer really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up. but it's not looking favourable. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Messi. Now it's Aubameyang. Aubameyang unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Bellingham. Aims beyond the defence. Bellingham. In towards the back stick. Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Substituição.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous. So that's it. It is all over. Oh, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1. And it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
And a chance! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Goes back. Botafogo looking to pass their way through. Looking for options for movement. Now he's got space here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Bale. Gullit. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Goes for a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. He's in a great position here. Good read, needed to be. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is expertly dealt with. Shevchenko. Now it's Platini. Thuram wins the duel this time. Botafogo finding their passes. Makaleli. Gullit. Busquets.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And he's had it nicked away. Played into space. And the shot! Goal! Crescer! Into the lead once more. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Van Basten unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Van Basten. Gattuso. Nicely shaped ball. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Can he get it through? He can run onto that. Makaleli makes the interception. Saliba. Vieira. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's come to nothing. Makaleli engages and forces him off the ball. Vieira. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Makaleli. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Platini just eases him off the ball. And it's Gullit. It's played through for him. Saliba. Shevchenko chasing after it. Oh, it's Van Basten. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And this is Shevchenko.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Aubameyang. Nicely weighted ball. Spread neatly. And this is Gullit. Gullit gets flagged offside.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Now it's Bale. And this is Gullit. And the first 45 minutes are up. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Cruzeiro are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And the second half gets underway. Van Basten is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Rijkaard looking for the run.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Platini. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Driving forward. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Aubameyang. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Has crossed into the middle. Oh, important interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. Van Basten. Cannavaro cuts it out. Now, can they get him away? Busquets. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Shifted upfield. Rui Costa. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, super find. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's intervened well there. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Platini, and this is Shevchenko. Botafogo can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Platini gets through and it shoots! It's in! 2 to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Cruzeiro take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Cruzeiro clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That has ended up in no man's land. But it is clear to see that he is not... And hit! Goal! Back within 1! They have them in their sights again! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Yeah, OK, it's gone in with the help of the crossbar, but that was merited due to the quality of the strike.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Some really good ball movement. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Aubameyang. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Dink through. Good ball, good take. Great ball, and he's in here. He's gone for goal! So close to drawing level.
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
Rui Costa. And smartly reclaimed. Great work on the overlap.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And that is as far as they're going to go. That's a little off target. Shevchenko. Busquets. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Cruzeiro really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see...
Can he finish? He scores! They have stolen level at the last! The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, we all know, Peter, that this is a team capable of breaking extremely quickly. The opposition should have been alive to the danger, but they fell into the trap.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Bullet! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Gattuso.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
Botafogo
acréscimo.
have it back and can go again. And it's Hullet. Whistle's gone, that's foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Makaleli, very much a man of this moment. Raul. Khan gets his hands on it, and time is up. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
He's not just the destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game. Quite comfortable in driving the team forward, and he can make those marauding runs from box to box.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Van Basten. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Now it's Van Basten. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, what goes for a shot! Corner number 2 then. Shapes to shoot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Sergio Busquets brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And that should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass somewhat off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Aubameyang. And he's in on goal. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Leicester kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And claimed it back swiftly. Now who's going to be first to this? Has a look and plays it forward. Passing is crisp and sharp. Platini. And here's Aubameyang. Vieira. No goals as yet. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Played out towards the right wing. Ronaldinho. Portugal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Busquets.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Van Basten. It's come to nothing. Shevchenko is herring after that one. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Passing nice and neat. He's in a great position here. Crossed into the box. Cruzeiro get their 4th corner. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Messi. He's found a way through. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Cannavaro cuts it out. Portugal looking to pop. Shevchenko! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Now it's Van Basten. And it's Roberto Carlos. Van Basten showing good feet. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Jordan Henderson. Brilliantly cut out. John Surely! Superb goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Cruzeiro have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And the second half gets underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
They're up to 5 corners now. And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hullet. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Scholes. Messi, a player of legendary status. Vieira. And it's Michel Platini. Busquets, not the most accurate pass. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Cruzeiro clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Hullet. And here's Shevchenko. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Cruzeiro have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Oh, this looks sharp. Good ball, good take. And he welcomes it in. Vieira gets into a good position. Thuram gets it away. Scholes going vertical. This looks promising. And he's being shifted off it. Tries a measured ball. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Well, that pass isn't the best. Vieira. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Van Basten. That's the keeper's ball. Now this could be a chance. And he cuts out the supply. Can he spark a counter here? Vieira. Portugal finding their passes. Van Basten.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
It's Van Basten! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there.
Teremos uma substituição.
Corner count is rising. That's 6. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Portugal are looking to go forward now. He's got away. Now the cross.
Portugal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And here's Hullet. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Oh, he's burst through. Good read, needed to be. And they've got rid. Now it's Hullet. Great ball if he can get there. He's shifting through the... Real chance! And he hits the net. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that's a real chance missed.
Van Basten fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
He's on it, can he get away? He's got tall. That's a half-decent try.
Van Basten certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Now it's Chiesa. Hullet.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And it's Vieira. Nicely aimed pass. That has been cut short. Succumbs to the pressure. Now it's Hullet. And he's worked it through. Now it's Chiesa. He might shot a goal! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they? And there goes the final whistle. Cruzeiro played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. How would you sum up what we've... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Van Basten. Shevchenko. Saliba delivers with whip. Cannavaro tries to clear. And a chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Nice interception, well timed. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get onto this? And he's picked it up out wide. Showing good feet. And this is Snyder. Chance! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Cruzeiro are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Quarter of an hour played. Passes short and sharp. And he shoots! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Cruzeiro grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Messi having a look. And he can't get it over the wall. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And he's intervened well there. Pele is firing after that one. Baresi.
Busquets. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, well played, well played. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Swings in across. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cleared away. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. That has ended up in no man's land. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Picked out brilliantly, brilliantly cut out. Cannavaro. Schneider. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, that's a fine interception. Conte. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Can he get on the end of this? Shoots! Goal! Brazil! And again they hit the front. And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden...
Não, eu tô deixando o Gui ganhar, tô deixando. Porque ele precisa passar, ele precisa chegar na primeira, eu cheguei, mas já caí de novo.
Robertson.
Peraí que o senhor falou que a minha live tá muda.
And this is Puskas. Puskas unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Cruyff opts to play it back. And can he finish?
Huh?
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Vieira. Cruzeiro looking to pass their way through. Messi.
Olha, eu tô brincando, não deixa o miserável ganhar não, olha aí, ó.
Robertson.
Moça, meu chapéu tá certinho, ligar a bola.
Ah, deixa não,
tá apertando o
carinho.
negócio pra ligar e acelerar. Ele tava bem roubando, vai, aquela moto.
Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Não é bem.
Now it's Shevchenko.
Vou embora.
And the half-time whistle goes.
Que Monteiro no YouTube. Eu não tenho o primeiro tempo. O menino pediu, eu deixei fazer o primeiro gol, mas desse jeito eu segurar a bronca.
And laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
But if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible.
He's having a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Corner number 2 then. That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's cut it out. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pele. That was good alertness. Maresi. Nicely aimed pass.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's shifting through the gears here. check claims comfortable. Baresi. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Very nicely done. Brazil have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
Saliba can get it clear.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Robertson. Robertson is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Cruyff. Messi, very much a man of this moment. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Well, there's the clearance.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Tries to pass it through. He is through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
He's found a way through, and he thumps it clear. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pele is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he goes for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's there to clear it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Platini. Chiellini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Shevchenko. And they're quick to get it back. And it's Michel Platini. Chiellini with the clearance. Shifted upfield. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Platini. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Platini ready to try one.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Roberto Carlos! Tremendous from Roberto Carlos! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Platini! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Now, can they get him away? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Ambitious ball here. Big chance! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
And now he... So that's it. It is all over. Crescer can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started.
There's the golden nugget, that is Paul Scholes, one of the game's unsung heroes.
And nothing seems to change him. All that adulation is the same bloke.
Agreed, but on a world level, he ought to have higher stats.
Torres! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So, a breakthrough already. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shevchenko. He's had a shot! It's fallen kindly here. That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. And he cuts out the supply. He won't be happy with that one. He's going for goal! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
In with the challenge. Scholes. And it's Scholes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Aubameyang.
Might want to be careful there.
He's on it. Can he get away? Stojkovic. And this is Torres. Played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now he's got space here. And he was quick to react. Neuer punts it upfield. And this is Shevchenko. Makaleli. Cafu. He is through here. Oh, it's a great ball here. It's anyone's. It's Scholes! Well, now it's a race. Oh, what has happened here? Shevchenko. Vieira really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gabriel. Platini knocks it into space. Adams kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Cruzeiro clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Lofted in. Gabriel picks it up from the goal kick. Now it's Messi. Ambitious ball here. Now the ball in. Busquets. And it's Scholes. Now it's Platini. Defending was strong and firm. And that is as far as they're going to go. And he's had it nicked away. That has not gone well.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Looking for the run. Cross into the box. Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? Cafu. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Cruzeiro are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Looking to play him in. He's in plenty of space here. Nice interception, well timed. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Arsenal finding their passes. He has found the way through. Torres herring after the ball here. And we hit half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos sua atenção para as informações fornecidas pela polícia local no telão.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Griezmann. Shevchenko. Cruzeiro come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
He's picked his big header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Now it's Van Basten. Tries to pass it through. Stojkovic. Fernando. Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Some resolute defending there. Gives it back. And this is Van Basten. Tries to play it through. This looks promising. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Van Basten. Cafu. Cruzeiro, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Beckenbauer. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And a chance! They've scored! It is no contest. It is a landslide. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Arsenal are having a ball here. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Messi looking to play it into the box.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
And it's Scholes. That is ended up in no man's land. Van Basten. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. Vieira. Oh, super find. Oh, just the keeper to beat. Fired deep towards the back post.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Beckenbauer. Now, what about a counter-attack? Beckenbauer. Scholes. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's through and all alone! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Cruzeiro presented with a golden opportunity here. He'll know exactly where he wants to put it. And that's one back! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Cruzeiro playing for pride here, the match surely beyond them. Pass has gone astray. Stojkovic. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi in acres of space out wide. Not the most accurate pass. Played out to the right. In again. Defending of the desperate variety. Shevchenko.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, what's he done? Just about within shooting range. Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Van Basten. Searching pass he's played there. Scholes. And that will be the final act. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.